Good day everyone. Today I am going to discuss about oxidation numbers. Here are the objectives. First, explain what is oxidation numbers are. Second, assign oxidation numbers to elements in compounds. Third, identify which elements are oxidized or reduced in a reaction. And the last is understand how redox reactions happen in everyday life. Introduction. Oxidation numbers or oxidation states helps in understanding how elements react and combine. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, ang oxidation number po ay nakakatulong para maintindihan natin kung paano nagre-react at nagko-combine ang isang elements. So, an oxidation number shows the apparent charge of an atom, indicating how many electrons it has gained, lost, or shared unequally in a compound. So, dito po sinasabi na ang oxidation number ay parang charge na meron ang isang atom depende kung naglo-lose, nag-gain, or nag-share ng electron. Kapag po ang atom ay nag-lose ng electron, nagiging po itong positive. At kapag naman nag-gain ng electron, nagiging naman na negative ang isang atom. At sa shared and equally naman po, ang ibig sabihin po nito, kapag ang dalawang atoms ay nabuo ng covalent bond, this means na nag-share po sila ng electrons para maging stable. Pero minsan po, yung sharing ng electrons ay hindi pantay at mas malakas ang attract ng isa sa electrons compare sa isang atom. Kaya po, ito po ay tinawag na shared unequally in a compound. So, this idea is especially useful in redox reactions where one substance is oxidized and another is reduced. So, may dalawang uri po ang redox reactions, the oxidation or pagkawala ng electrons at reduction or paggain ng electrons. Ginagamit natin ang oxidation numbers para matukoy kung alin ang nag-o-oxidize at alin ang nagre-reduce ng electron. By assigning oxidation numbers, chemists can easily track electrons transfer and balance redox equations. Sa pag-a-assign po ng oxidation numbers, mas napapadali po ang pag-track ng electron kung saan napupunta at para din mabalance ng tama ang chemical equations. So, the main content are oxidation number or oxidation state shows how many electrons an atom seems to gain, lose, or share in a compound. Yun na nga po, pinapakita po dito sa oxidation number kung ilang electrons ng atom ang nagigain, nalulose, or nasi-share sa isang compound. It is a bookkeeping tool for tracking electrons in chemical reactions. And the oxidation number does not always equal the atom's actual charge. So, oxidation. Atoms lose of electrons, positive oxidation. Kapag po naglo-lose ang atom ng electrons, ito po ay nagiging positive. Ito ang tinatawag natin na oxidation. At kapag naman ang atom nag-gain ng electrons, nagiging naman po itong negative oxidation number. Ito naman po ang tinatawag natin na reduction. So, here is the examples. Sodium chloride or the sodium is equal to positive 1 and the chlorine is equal to negative 1. In covalent bonds, electrons go to more electronegative atom. So, here's the examples. The water. For hydrogen, the oxidation number is positive 1 and the oxygen is equal to negative 2. The oxidation number system helps track electron transfer and balance redox reaction. Redox reaction involve both oxidation and reduction occurring together. Ang redox reaction po ay ang oxidation at ang reduction ay nangyayari po ito together. So, the example po here is magnesium plus 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid plus magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. So, ang magnesium po ay pure element kaya po ang oxidation state niya or oxidation number ay 0. Sa product po ng magnesium chloride, ang oxidation state niya po ay positive 2. Kaya po ito po ay oxidized dahil nag-lost po siya ng electrons. And sa hydrogen naman po, ang oxidation state naman niya ay positive 1. Kaya po siya reduce dahil siya po yung nag-gain ng electrons. So, the rules for assigning oxidation numbers. These are the rules, free elements. So, the oxidation number is always 0. The example po is oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, iron, and hydrogen gas. And sa monoatomic ions naman po, the oxidation number is the equal to the charge of the ion. So, the example po here is sodium. So, the oxidation number is positive 1 and for the chlorine naman po is equal to negative 1. Next is group 1 metals. The oxidation number is positive 1 in compounds. Example here is Na or sodium is equal to positive 1. Next is group 2 metals. The oxidation number is positive 2 in compounds. So the example is magnesium chloride. The magnesium is equal to positive 2. Next, fluorine. Oxidation number is always negative 1. The example is HF or hydrogen fluoride. So the fluorine is equal to negative 1. Next is oxygen. The oxidation number is usually negative 2. So the example here is H2O or water. The oxygen is equal to negative 2. Next is oxygen exceptions. Oxidation number is negative 1 in peroxides and positive 2 in F2O or oxygen difluoride. So the example is the hydrogen peroxide O or oxygen is equal to negative 1. Next is hydrogen. For nonmetals, the oxidation number is positive 1. So the example here is hydrochloric acid. So the hydrogen is equal to positive 1. The oxidation number 2 metals is negative 1. The sodium hydride, hydrogen is equal to negative 1. Next is halogens. The oxidation number is negative 1. Usually, sodium chloride. The example is, sodium chloride. Chlorine is equal to negative 1. Some rule. Oxidation number is 0 in neutral compounds, equal to iron charge. So the example here is sulfate. Is equal to negative 2. So for balancing redox reduction using oxidation numbers, these are the following steps to balance redox reactions properly. First is assign oxidation numbers to all atoms. Second, identify what is oxidized and what is reduced. Third, balance the number of electrons lost and gained. And last, complete balancing atoms and charges. So for application and relevance, the first is batteries. Redox reactions in lithium ion can lead acid batteries. So for us to better understand, these are the examples in real life situations. Example, you wake up in the morning and check your phone. The battery on your phone uses redox reactions to give it power. Lithium ions move inside the battery, letting your phone turn on. Next is the second one is combustion. Fuels burning involve oxidation of carbon and hydrogen. Example, you cook eggs on the gas stove. The gas burns and the carbon and hydrogen in it react with oxygen. This redox reaction gives heat to cook your food. Next is corrosion. This means is rusting of iron. The example is you're going outside and you ride your bicycle, but you notice some brown rusting on the frame. That rust formed because iron reacted with water and oxygen in the air. This is another redox reaction, but it slowly damages the metal. And next is biology. Redox processes occur in photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Example, in biology, we learn how our body gets energy. The sugar from breakfast is broken down in our cells. Oxygen takes part in a redox reaction and energy is released so you can move and think. Last is industry. Electrolysis, bleaching, and metal extraction rely on redox chemistry. Example, you see aluminum foil in the kitchen and the bleach used to wash clothes. The aluminum was made in a factory by reducing aluminum ions and bleach removes stains through oxidation. Both redox reactions happening in industry. So the summary and key points. First is oxidation number are essential for understanding chemical bonding and reactions. Second, they are assigned based on a clear set of rules. Third, they help track electron transfer and balance redox equation. And the last is redox reactions are everywhere in batteries, corrosion, and industry. So that's all everyone.